do halal food, and it smells awesome. So you have the opportunity to be able to see so many different cultures, so many different food in just one small area. They get in a subway, you can be in Chinatown, you can be in Koreatown, you can be anywhere and taste everything. So
you mentioned your phone a minute ago, but how that you can always just take pictures and video in a kitchen. One of the things when I meet somebody new, whether I'm going to a new restaurant or whatever, is obviously I check out their social media. I want to see what they're taking pictures of. And your Instagram, the pictures you're taking, you're having a good time here.
So I'm new in town. Yes. I've been here 3 months.
Okay.
I was fortunate. I've been in America since '99, so 23 years. I was able to come a few times in New York before, and I like the vibe of it. I like the atmosphere. I like the speed of it. You know, it's always there's always something happening. Everybody's always hustling. And you look at people walk; they're always in a rush. I lived in London for 5 years, so that reminds me that time. There's a few things that it's not that great. That the cleanliness and the street and the subways are not the best, but it is what it is.
Sure.
But yes, I'm really enjoying my time here. It's like. There's a few cities like that around the world. It's just like they're always like the Big Apple, the mix of everything, the mix of culture. I mean, you walk here, like in the French brasserie, you walk down the street and you have a little shop on the corner of the street where they do halal food, and it smells awesome. So you have the opportunity to be able to see so many different cultures, so many different food in just one small area. They get in a subway, you can be in Chinatown, you can be in Koreatown, you can be anywhere and taste everything. So that's why I'm enjoying it so much.
That's incredible. So hearing that, maybe it's a preconception, a misconception, or even just a beautiful surprise. What's been your biggest surprise about the Manhattan dining scene?
I don't know.
When you walked in, what were you expecting? When you
from where? From La Grande Boucherie, or from the company, or from the New York in general?
The city itself. When you came in, knowing what were you expecting New York City to be from a food scene?
To me, living in New York is expensive. Eating in New York is even more expensive than what I thought it was going to be. And you have some places where it's south of France, that's expectation, and it's the French Riviera, in Monaco. But I have to say that I was really shocked by the prices of everything in New York. It's pretty, can be really expensive. And by yourself, it's expensive. So just imagine going out for dinner with a family of 4. It can be really crazy.
My guilty pleasure is oysters, and so when I got here and saw amazing oyster happy hours almost on every corner, I was in heaven. And I'm curious, from a local point of view, with your palate, when you think of New York, what flavors do you think of?
Can be everything and anything. It's like you can walk home and pass and walk by a little Korean restaurant, and the aroma is going to take you, and you're like, I need to try that. Or you can pass that little halal stand over there, and the guy is just doing his gyros and everything, and you're like, I need to try that for lunch. And you mentioned social media. You open something and it's like like that new restaurant that opened down by the offices, and they do that beautiful sandwich, and you're like, I need to do that. They do the focaccia fresh every day, and they slice the prosciutto and the pastrami, and they do all of that, and you're like, I need to go and try that. So it's not expectation. It's like being lucky to be able to have access to so many different kind of food. Somebody that's going to be living and I'm not trying to be mean, but I would say in the middle of Kansas, or in the middle of Idaho, is not going to be able to experience all of that vibe, all that food scene.
This really is an amazing town as far as food scene goes. I've only been to France twice, and so I guess because of your global experience, do you feel New York is more than top 10? Is it top 5, top 3 food scenes in the world? Where would you rank New York?
I think everything is changing all the time. It's like France for a long time was like the culinary center of the world, and I'm sure that some of my French colleagues and French chefs might not agree with what I'm going to say, but it's like it's a mix of everything. It's, something is going to be like, Spain came up and Ferran Adrià and then molecular food and everything was like, a lot of tapas and a lot of influences and everything. Then, Asian food has always been there, even if a lot of Asian chefs right now, especially in Japan, they actually went to Europe and trained in like famous French chefs for the techniques. And then after they took these techniques and used that to develop the culinary scene in Japan, Robuchon was over there, Paul Bocuse was over there. All these famous chefs opened over there, Bangkok, Singapore, Hong Kong, and being able to use the French technique and mix it with some flavors from their own country. But I mean, New York is, to me, I would easily put it into the top 10 destination in the world, easily.